Hello my country people, welcome back to the news. The Oyo State Governor Makinde don tok say with this latest Supreme Court judgment wey don grant financial autonomy to all local government areas in Nigeria, say make Nigerians no get carried away by this judgment though. This is more like a distraction. Make Nigerians no dey distracted from the main issues wey dey face the country. Because it can't be like say ever since the Supreme Court judgment on the financial autonomy to all local governments, some certain persons they forget the main matter where they face us for this country: the hunger, the insecurity, the high cost of living. So Makinde, the Oyo State Governor, has described the Supreme Court judgment which granted financial autonomy to local government areas in Nigeria as a distraction to the real issues facing the country. Governor Makinde, who said that one of the real issues facing Nigeria that is more important than the local government financial autonomy is the high cost of food, said that there is hunger in the land and Nigerians should focus on that aspect. We should focus on real issues. The financial autonomy of local government is not the real issue on ground. The Supreme Court recently, in a ruling, granted local government areas financial autonomy and ordered the federal government to obey its ruling and pay funds directly to local government area accounts. Initially, the federal government do pay funds to the state government that in turn transfer these funds to the local government. But that process has not been credible. So they've been calls that the government should look into the local government's financial autonomy. The Supreme Court on Thursday gave its ruling. The Apex Court described the action of the state governors holding onto local government funds as unconstitutional because some state governors always withhold funds of local governments, and then when these funds get to their hands, they tend to divide the funds into two, take some part for themselves and push out the remaining parts to the local government. However, reacting to the Supreme Court's verdict during a courtesy visit by the Nigerian Union of Journalists led by the national president, Chris Isigwu, the governor, Makinde, said that Nigerians should rather be focused on fighting hunger in the country. In a video from the meeting he posted on his X account, Makinde noted that this is just a distraction. Nigerians should be well. There are a lot more pressing issues at hand other than this financial autonomy. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? Because a lot of people have read meanings into this statement made by Makinde. Yes, my country people. Makinde had noted that, indirectly, he's not happy with this news. Yes, the way he put the statement is as if he's quite pained over the local government financial autonomy. So he doesn't believe in the freedom of the local government. He believes that the money should come directly to the state government. The state government will then send it to the local government. So I hope Makinde will not be among those governors that will not obey that won't obey the orders from the Supreme Court. I hope Makinde is not among those governors, because they tend to be division amongst the Nigerian Governors Forum over this financial autonomy on the local governments. They tend to be division. Some governors are in acceptance of this ruling by the Supreme Court, while other governors are secretly kicking against it. They are not happy. It's paining them that finally the Supreme Court has granted the local government freedom, because these funds going to the local governments, coming through the state governors, have been questionable. The process has been questionable because we tend to hear reports of some states withholding the funds of the local government, thereby hindering the local government from achieving its functions. So now that the local government now has their freedom, some certain governors are not pleased. Secretly, they are not happy over this issue. But I hope Seyi Makinde is not among those governors that are not happy, that are pissed with this, because the way he's saying it, that there's hunger in the land, though, so people should not be carried away by the Supreme Court judgment. I must commend the Supreme Court for this ruling on the local government financial autonomy. It's really commendable. We commend the Supreme Court, and we also commend the federal government's willingness to implement on the Supreme Court's ruling. So these are reactions from Nigerians. Destroyers of the country are now showing up. No more, no more business as usual. This distraction is the best we can have in Nigeria. Let them go and hawk transformer if they are not happy. Very soon, you all will return all the local government funds you've turned as your income. There will be problem and confusion amongst themselves. The Supreme Court judgment might not stand. The judgment may look like a distraction, but it is good for our democracy. The House must now work on the Constitution, thereby empowering INEC to conduct local government elections. This will further reduce rascality among state governors. The next is for INEC to conduct local government elections across all states. Okay, guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. According to Seyi Makinde, this is a distraction, but then it's a likable distraction. Nigerians are quite aware of the sufferings we are going through. We are aware of the hunger in the land. We are aware of the happenings. But then this is a good development, and Nigerians can also commend these developments. Except those that are pained by these developments will only find fault in this. But then people are also clamoring for INEC's involvement in state election, in local government elections. People are clamoring for INEC's involvement in the conduct of local government elections across, all local governments in Nigeria, because most local government elections are mostly held and conducted by the state electoral body, which a lot of people have questioned the credibility of the conduct in those elections, the credibility and the transparency, as some governors seize the opportunity to impose their candidates on the people. So most local government elections in Nigeria is more of a selection other than an election. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.